All right, let's get right into it. We are about to lay out a financial roadmap that could literally turn a teenager into a millionaire. And no, this isn't just some theory, it's a step by step guide based on what actually works, starting from the time you're just 13 years old. But before we even get to the money, we need to talk about the one thing you have that nobody else does. See, your single biggest advantage in this whole game isn't having a ton of cash or some secret knowledge. It's time. You have more of it than anyone, and that's your superpower. And look, this isn't just me talking. The person whose journey we're following actually did it, became a millionaire in his 20s. And he says, straight up, if he had a guide just like this when he was younger, he's positive he could have hit that first million way, way faster. So you're going to want to listen closely. So let's start at the very beginning. Our first section is all about the early years, from age 13 to 15. This is where you build the foundation for everything else that's coming. Okay, first move, age 13. You need to get into the market. Now, since you're legally a minor, you can't just open an account yourself. You'll need to get a parent or a guardian to open what's called a custodial account for you. So in the UK, that's a junior ISA. Over in the US, you're looking at a UGMA or a UTMA. The name doesn't matter as much as the action. This is your official ticket into the world of investing. So, what do you actually invest in? A fantastic, super simple starting point is an S&P 500 index fund. Just think of it like this. Instead of trying to be a genius and pick the next big company, you're basically buying a tiny little slice of 500 of the biggest, most successful companies in America. It's diversification on easy mode. And why is this the go-to choice for so many people? Well, the numbers kind of speak for themselves, right? Over the last decade, the historical average return has been over 12% a year. Now, of course, past performance doesn't guarantee future results, but that average, it shows you the incredible potential for growth over the long haul. Now let's jump to age 14. This year is less about investing your money and more about investing in, well, you. You're at an age where you can try everything: pressure washing, coding, sports, you name it. The point isn't even to find a high-paying gig right away. It's about finding what you're good at and, maybe even more importantly, building discipline. That work ethic is what's really going to pay off. Okay, age 15, this is a big one. We need a major mindset shift. It's time to stop just saving and start stashing. What's the difference? Well, saving is for stuff you want right now, like a new game you'll be bored of in 6 months. Stashing is different. You're building a cash pile, a launch pad that you can use later to invest in things that will make you even more money. All right, section 2, we're gearing up for the real world. Ages 16 and 17 are all about taking those habits you've started and forging them into actual, valuable skills. At 16, we're talking about skill stacking. You take a few things you're kind of good at and you combine them. But here's the secret sauce. Use that cash you've been stashing to buy equipment. Don't just buy a course on video editing. Buy a computer that lets you actually do video editing. You're investing in the tools of the trade, not just the theory. Then comes age 17. The goal here is surprisingly simple. Get your driver's license. Why? Because it's a tool. It's about professionalism and opportunity. Not being able to drive can literally stop you from getting to a job interview or a client meeting. You need to live by this rule. To be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late. It shows people you're reliable, you're serious. And now, the big one, age 18. The moment you are legally an adult, the entire financial world opens up to you. This is your launch pad, and you've got to hit the ground running with a critical checklist. And here it is, the 7 things you have to do as soon as you turn 18 to set yourself up for financial success. We're going to hit the big ones, and hey, even if you're already past 18, this is a great checklist to make sure all your bases are covered. First up, don't just open one bank account. Open 2. You need a normal checking account for money coming in and going out. You know, your day-to-day stuff. But then you want a separate high-interest savings account. This is where your emergency fund lives. Keeping it separate makes you less tempted to dip into it for non-emergencies. So what's an emergency fund? It's your financial cushion. It's enough cash to cover all your living expenses for 3 to 6 months if, say, you lose your job. The way the source material puts it is perfect. It's like a big shield potion on Fortnite, but for your actual life. It protects you when things go wrong. Next, get a credit card. And wait, before you panic, we're not getting it to go on a shopping spree. We're getting it to build your credit score, which is kind of like your financial report card.
The strategy is simple. Use it for small things you were going to buy anyway, like gas for your car, and this is the important part, pay it off in full every single month. That way, you build a great score without paying a penny in interest.
Okay, this one is a huge deal. You need to open a tax-advantaged investing account. Now, depending on where you are in the world, it's called something different. A Roth IRA in the US, a stocks and shares ISA in the UK, a TFSA in Canada, but they all do the same amazing thing. They let your money grow without the government taking a huge cut in taxes. These accounts are like a superpower for your investments. And that brings us to our final section, where we see how all of this ties together. We need to talk about the most powerful force in the entire universe of finance, the absolute magic of compounding. So compounding is basically a snowball effect. Imagine you're rolling a snowball down a big hill. First, you invest some money. That's you pushing the snowball. Then your money earns returns. The snowball picks up some more snow. But here's where the magic happens. Those returns start earning their own returns. The snow on the snowball starts picking up more snow. That cycle repeats over and over. And your snowball doesn't just get bigger, it grows exponentially. And this is where you can truly see why starting early is everything. Let's imagine you invest just $250 a month. If you start at 18, by the time you're 65, you could be looking at around $1.5 million. But look what happens if you just wait 10 years and start at 28. That final number gets slashed by more than half. It's staggering. Let's put a price tag on that delay. The cost of waiting just 1 decade is over $820,000. Let that sink in. That is the power of time. Those 10 extra years of your money working for you make an unbelievable, life-changing difference. So here it is, the bottom line. If you're a teenager right now, you have a 10, 15, maybe even a 20-year head start on almost everyone else. The question really isn't if you can build wealth. The only question is, what are you going to do with it?